TWF Rampage or Running, I guess, or Overtake. I am Joey Styles here with Trini Kwan and with Taz. And today on Rampage or Overtake, we're going to see, hopefully the end of the whole hang up between Killian Cross and Four. Now, there has been some folks saying that it was we don't know when this is going to come to an end, but we hope it does, Joey Styles said. Well, I'll tell you one thing Trini Kwan said. Killian Cross, who is now back in WWE for a 2-4 run, who went from NXT to Raw, now to SmackDown. Now, Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns have to deal with him in WWE. Would that be the same thing here in the TWF? How many times? Well, Taz says, to tell you the truth, Trini Kwan and Joey Styles, I think Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre have to have a really bad time to deal with him in the WWE. I think when it comes to TWF, I think that everyone who's going after folks who are going after Jack Sparrow, he doesn't have to deal with for Odinson or Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar or Drew McIntyre. He has to deal with Killian Cross too, I would think. Killian Cross, how many times are we going to go down this road? You're not going to beat me, Thor says. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry that your first run in WWE wasn't good. I mean, you were in NXT and you did very well for yourself. You went to Raw and then Vince McMahon didn't like you, so he fucked you over. And I heard now you're back in WWE again for a 2-4 run, but now you're on SmackDown now. Well, you hadn't beat me yet, and until you do somehow beat me. Look, Four, I know you think you're mighty. I know you think you're unstoppable and unbeatable. But everyone believes that until they end up getting beat by Killian Cross. Scarlett O'Dove, I know that you think highly of your husband, Killian Cross. I know that he did great things when he was in the NWA, when he was in IW, when he was in WWE the first time, MLW, WWE the 2-4 time. But so far he hasn't beaten me yet. And until he does beat me, I don't want to hear about he's unbeatable and unyieldable, because we know no man or woman is unbeatable and unyieldable. That's unyieldable and unbeatable. Track 1, 2, 3. Hey, did he just knock out Four? Did I just see him knock out Four with his elbow? With his fist? To his side of his head, Joey Styles says? Yeah, I think we just saw that. Sadly, I think we saw that. Trini Kwan says. That is sad. Well, Taz says, get the 1, 2, 3. Beat this creep Four Odin's son. Show him you mean business. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Killian Cross. Killian Cross has now beat Four Odin's son and now ended this hang-up between each other. But I don't know if that truly means he's... Fuck. I don't know if it truly means that he beat Four Odin's son, and I don't know if that means that he's done with him or what. Now he's back in the ring. I just beat that fucker, and that's what he is, Four Odin's son. Scarlett, there's something wrong with your feet. You can't stand up right. Anyway, I just beat that fucker, Four Odin's son, who told me I could never beat him, but I did. I just beat that Disney Marvel motherfucker. Anyway, that Disney Marvel son of a bitch I beat Four Odin's son. Now, since I'm done with him, and since I'm back in WWE, and I'm going to do, and I'm going to make life a living hell for Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns in WWE. I think I'll do the same thing here in the TWF. Jack Sparrow, you think you're the next one on my hit list, and you might be a Disney self too, but being a sea thief is not going to help you. I will hit you in the back of the head. I'll become the wanted WWE, the wanted TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. And I don't care what Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, for Odin's son, or you Jack Sparrow think of it. Just like I don't care what Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns think of it in WWE. So why don't you come out, just give me the winnings and be done with it. Oh, alright, Jack Sparrow says, I know that Scarlett has a hang-up standing up. Alright? Why did someone at Mattel give her high heels to wear? I don't know. Anyway, you say you're gonna beat me. That you're gonna beat me. How many times did it take you to beat For Odin's son? Many bloody times. And how many times have you lost in the TWF? Well, many times. Well, I almost caught myself. I was about to fall down on you two. Many times. And how many times did you lose in WWE during your first run? That's a lie. You lost at least 3 times. Those 2 times came when you went from NXT to Raw. You lost to Jeff Hardy. You lost to Keith Lee. Then you lost to Samoa Joe. That's 3 times you lost, Killian Cross. So that was a lie. Well, you see, the only grounds to why Killian Cross lost to Jeff Hardy and lost to Keith Lee, a man he had already beaten many times over, was Vince McMahon didn't like him, Scar Dove said. Vince McMahon fucked him over like so many other good wrestlers over the years. That's the forgiveness. But you were unbeatable. See, you losing to Jeff Hardy like you did, and to Keith Lee, and to Samoa Joe, showed everyone that you are beatable. Yes, it's true, you beat Jeff Hardy again, you beat Jeff Hardy, you beat Keith Lee again, you beat Ricochet. And soon I'm gonna beat Drew McIntyre. Soon I'm gonna beat Roman Reigns. Soon I'm gonna beat you, like I beat For Odin's son. Scarlet Dove says, it's over for you, Jack Sparrow. It's done. You are looking at the new, soon-to-be, wanted TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. The wanted WWE heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. You're looking at a man who everyone knew everyone who knew that he'd done great in NXT, got fucked over when he went to Raw, but he's going to do well when he's on SmackDown now. Jack Sparrow, what happened to For Odin's son will happen to you. Or what happened to Brock Lesnar, to Roman Reigns, to Drew McIntyre, to Seth Rollins, to anyone else who dares to think that they're going to become the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. Wow. You can't even stand up. They gave you high heels and you can't stand up. But at the end of the day, I'll be ready for you, Killian Cross. I'll be ready. Well, we just heard, looks like Killian Cross has chose to go after Jack Sparrow next. And he's the next man to hopefully take the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings away from Jack Sparrow. That might not set well with Seth Rollins or with Kenny Omega or Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar or many other folks who believe that should be the go for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. Jonathan Coachman, Killian Cross, we just saw you make your comeback to WWE in a 2-Ford run, and now you beat For Odinson. Does that mean you're going to be fighting Jack Sparrow? Yes, Jonathan Coachman. It means I'm going to be fighting Jack Sparrow next. That I'm going to become, sooner or later, I'm going to be the new TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. Yeah, so you're looking at the upcoming TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. Just like you're seeing the upcoming WWE heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. And I know all about Drew McIntyre and how he's got a gal in a box, and all about all the other wrestlers and fighters that want to go for the TWF heavyweight and heavyweight winnings. Scardo says, they're just going to fall at my feet. And I'm going to beat them all just like I beat For Odinson and got back on my winning ways. Alright, that was my talk with Killian Cross. Back to you, Joey Styles. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Killian Cross and Scarda Dove here today on Rampage or Run-In or Overtake. That's all the time we got here for Rampage or Overtake. I am Joey Styles for Trini Kwan and Taz. We hope you like Rampage or Run-In, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.